Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Stamping A to Z. I'm Linda Gibbs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada. I'm feeling like a robot every week. But, you know, if you're new here watching, I'd like you to know who I am. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Thanks for watching. If you are watching, let me know. Make a comment. Let me know you're here, where you're watching from. If you're new watching, and yeah, so Stamping A to Z is a weekly live that I do every Wednesday at noon Mountain Time, and it started out going through all the products and showing you how to use them and what to do with them, and it kind of has continued that way. It's only no longer following A to Z. Whatever comes up new or even old stuff, just new ways to use them, new way or how to use new things, whatever comes up kind of thing that I can get excited about. So today there's some new online exclusives that are going to be released beginning of March. And as a demonstrator, you get to pre-order, which reminds me, we're still in celebration till the end of February, which is coming up quick. And we have our starter kit that's a really great deal where you can get the glass mat for free, or you can get extra products for free. If you're interested in that, let me know, and then you can actually have access to the online exclusives early as well. Hi Marcy, nice to see you. Yeah, so celebration, if you still have stuff on your list or you want to look into the starter kit, get on that quick, because it's only till the end of February, and then the online exclusives come out. So today I'm going to show you, I didn't obviously get all of them. This is the most, these are the most online exclusives I've ever gotten. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you. Yeah, so let's get turned around and I'll get started. We're going to make some cards too. And I'm going to try. I have no nails right now. I'm going to try and not hit the off button today. We're going to try and have a seamless recording. I haven't posted the last few onto YouTube, which I normally do, simply because I have to try and join the two videos together, and I haven't done it in a while, and it takes me forever. Anyways, and life's been kind of crazy. Okay, so the light is shining where it shouldn't be. Let's just try without the light. I don't think we need the light. It's pretty bright out today. Alrighty, okay. I've got comments. It's working. I'm sure it'll freeze up, but I still get comments. So it's all good. Do you guys want to see the new stuff first and then do the projects? I think that's probably the best. Otherwise, I'm going to forget to show you the new stuff. Okay, I'll start with the so there was actually 2 suites. There was a few bundles and then a bunch of like stamp sets and other things that were released. I'm going to start with the stamp sets and bundles just because I'm using the suites and stuff. So there's this, it's photopolymer, really good sentiment piece, and it you can bundle it. I never realized they were so little, but Happy Little Things dies. It can come as a bundle, and I haven't even played with it yet. So these are too big for these, obviously, but they must be meant for these smaller ones, the smaller pieces. So that's cool. I was hoping to use these in my projects, but I didn't get to it. And then there's this, I couldn't resist this one because it has things that I haven't had. You know, there's just that card that you need where you just like, I really liked the Wishing You Comfort or the Cancer, or there's no good card for this. Like I don't know. This is like the one-off that you kind of, they aren't the best cards that you want to make, but they were good. And then there's this Sweetly Scripted, which is awesome. It goes across. And now I normally toss the cling rubber into the garbage. I have kept this one because I haven't decided if I'm going to cut it into pieces or if I'm going to leave it whole and use it as a background stamp. But I think it could make a pretty cool kind of background look. So I've held on to this. So if you do get this set, don't throw it away because I think it could make... The Comforting Thoughts is from the new online exclusives. So these are going to be released March 5th. But as a demonstrator, which you are, you can have access to them right now. Then there's these new embossing folders. These are fun patterns. They are not 3D. They are the regular sized ones. So they're thinner, but they still, I don't know, I've never really noticed that huge of a difference between the, I mean, the 3D does pop up a bit more, but not a ton. Anyways, there's those two. And then there is, so now the other stuff is in pieces and parts because of, actually, the rest of it I'll show you as I do my projects because they're all spread out depending on what I'm doing. So I'm going to start. There's this beautiful, if you're a coffee drinker, you're going to love this. It is a kind of a latte coffee sweet, and it has, hang on. So it's got the dies, it's got the paper, it's got the stamp set, it's got embellishments. These are so cute. They have like little swirls on them. And then this polka dot, I think this is part of it. I'm pretty sure it's part of it. Polka dot trim. It's like linen kind of thread. And then these dies, I haven't had too much time to play with them, but there's a whole French press and a carafe, and then the little cups. There's like the top of the cup like this, so you can cut out, this paper matches, obviously, since this is what I'm doing today. You can cut these out with the die, and it's super fun. Let me pull out the paper here if I can get it out. So lots of fun prints. Oops, there's pieces sticking. So I'm so, like, I want to use both sides. Like, I should learn and get 2 packs, because then I could use one side with one pack and one side with the other pack. Anyways, and then, you know, your latte kind of drag, and then there's this cool kind of zigzag. And of course, there's 2 of each paper, as usual. And then we've got these cups. You can fussy cut these cups with some more little cups. It's really fun colors too. And then you've got your splatter, which I already showed. And I think, oh, and one more. One more. And then there's another kind of swirl of coffee, and then some coffee beans. But yeah, so there's lots of fun prints in this designer series paper that can be used. And then you've got your embellishments. So today I'm just going to do, this is my simplest card. I try to do kind of a mixture of simple to more extravagant. My last one is very extravagant. I don't even think I'm going to go as extravagant when I show it to you. Just took it a little too far. But that way you can see kind of what your options are. And then, yeah, the stamp set has the cups and like the top, and you can, so you can make more of these and cut them out. But yeah, so that is the suite, and I will show you my card. So I pre-die cut some of these here. Let me just move this out of the way. So I've pre-cut some cups. Now I wanted to show you, I do have one, so some of the edges, you know, like they're not all full cups. don't not cut these and don't not use these, because you can put them up against the edge of a card. Like my card today uses full cups, so I couldn't use it. But if you're kind of doing a collage of cups and some of them are hanging off anyways, then that's the perfect time to use them. And of course my video froze up as usual. Okay, let me make sure. I'm gonna bring this down as far as I can, because I know I always tend to work towards the bottom of my workspace here and you guys end up missing out. So I'm just gonna move it now since I can't see what you're seeing. And then I've got just a white piece of paper. This is like super, super simple. And then I just have to decide, so these two are darker, so maybe like so. And you know, you kind of want the heart facing the right way, so then my cup will kind of go that way. Maybe I think I'm gonna turn this one. So kind of decide where you're gonna place your cups. And then I've got some early espresso and pecan pie, and I've got the splatter, so like as though my coffee has spilt a little bit in places, and I'm just gonna stamp here in the corner so I know when I'm stamping everything else. I actually stamped it after, it just kind of worked out, but I'm gonna try and be proactive here and know where I'm going with this. Now that I know what I'm doing. Okay, so that one I did with early espresso. And then, so this one I want the little design to be upright. And then we want the heart to be correct, but we need enough room for this guy here. Okay, like so maybe. Okay. Okay, so then you could do all the same color of splatter. So with mine, I did the two colors and I kind of liked it. I kind of have the option to do like 2 dark, 1 light, or 2 light, 1 dark. I think this one should probably be dark. Maybe these 2 light. So then I'm just going to, these cups are so hard to get up. They're just like a nice, so I'm going to hide it under the cup, and I'm going to turn, I want it so that maybe the splatter is the big part here. So then when I put it down, we've got some little and some big. And then I'm going to use the pecan with the other 2. Just wipe that off a little bit. All the clanging with the glass. Okay, then where should my splotches go? I just got. And then probably down there. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's why. Like, what happened here? Okay. And then, so you can just play with it, see kind of what you like. You could even leave it with just 1 little splatter. I'm gonna go up here. There. Okay, and then all I have to do is glue down my cups. I'm gonna do the center one first, and then I can kind of work around it. And this guy I know is further down. Okay, so then we've got him there. And then, ooh, how did I get glue? Boy, that's talent. I'm not sure. I must have dragged it or something. One there, and then usually if I get glue, where did I put it? I usually take my baby wipes. It's got a bit of wetness to it, and I try and kind of dab it up because our glue dries. I mean, it dries clear, but it stays sticky, so you don't want to have a sticky card. Okay, so we've got our cups, we've got our splatters, simple, but look how cute that is. And then all I did was I took a piece of basic white, thick basic white. I should score it, but I didn't, so we'll just kind of do it the lazy way. And then I took a piece of early espresso, and then my white, and you have a super cute, ready to go little card. Isn't that cute? You could add some of the embellishments that go with, but I kind of liked how simple the card was, so I just kind of left it. So that's the first card. That is the suite is called Latte, a little latte suite. That's what that one is. Oh, and I did forget to show you one other thing that's in the online exclusives that I am not using this go round. There is this, where did I put it? Huh. Oh, never mind about it. Okay, let's see. It's this beautiful glimmer paper. Now I think there was an error. It was supposed to come with 2 sheets of each. And I think for some reason the packaging only came with 1, so they reimbursed half of it. So I'm not sure what happened there, but there's white. I think this is Berry Burst, white, and Old Olive are the colors. So it kind of matches with this next suite that I'm going to show you. It is called the Flowering Zinnias suite. This is such a pretty suite. It is awesome. It's perfect for spring. It's like middle of winter here, but we really haven't had winter. So anyways, it's perfect for spring. It comes with these beautiful sequins. Again, I think it's probably Berry Burst. I want to say daffodil, or no, lemon lolly. Yeah, let's look at this and you can figure it out. I'm guessing lemon lime twist, lemon lolly. This is probably petal pink. And then berry burst or melon mambo. I'm sure it can go with either. You can kind of mix and match, but either way, those are the sequins. This is the beautiful stamp set. So you can have like one simple flower, you can have a group of flowers. I love these sentiments. It comes with this beautiful zinnia embossing folder, which we are going to use. It is so pretty. This one is a 3D one, and it has all of these dies. So the dies cut out the stamps as usual, and then you can make freestanding flowers and leaves. Oh, never mind this. This is part of the card. And it also, I don't remember if it cuts out any of this paper. Here, I'll pull out the paper so you can see it. So we've got this paper, this one, I think it's, yeah, it's too big to cut out. And this one's really, you know, super pretty and easy to make beautiful, quick cards. I love this side too, though. I hate when they do that. When you know, you have, like this is a little too busy for me, although I could see using it. And then I love this one. This I love. Very subtle, but you could totally make your own background paper like this with the stamp set. And then it's got these nice big leaves. This goes super well with the Jungle Pals from Celebration. I think I have them handy here. I don't even have them here. It is in the main Celebration little flyer. There's a parrot. There's a sloth. I can't remember. Anyways, perfect for that. Also perfect for flowers. And then you've got the more subdued. And then I think these ones you can probably cut out. Let's see. Some of them anyways. You'd have to figure out how they fit, but I'm pretty sure they look like they're the right size. And they usually make things so that you can cut them out. Here, let's try this dark one. It's, oh, maybe not. You know what? Maybe they're not. Let me know if any of you have tried, but it doesn't look like it's quite right. That's okay. If you have a scan and cut machine, it would cut these out for you. Oh, but look at that. That's the perfect background paper. You know, anyways, it's such a hard thing to have beautiful designer series paper. Okay, so today, obviously, we're using this one. Went with the petal pink. And I have pre-cut this piece here. And I've got another. So I used the die from the Thoughtful Expressions dies. This is out of the mini catalog. I used the largest one of this. And so that's where that got cut out from. Then I thought I had pre-embossed, but maybe I wanted you to see the aha moment or the ta-da moment when it comes through. So let me grab my big boss here. And we will run it through. So we can have our ta-da moment. Now, if you want a better impression on your cardstock, especially with the 3D where it's going deeper, you want to wet your paper. You can spritz it. I like to use a baby wipe because it just kind of, it's even, you can tell it's curling, so it's wet. So it allows the fibers to stretch instead of tearing. And then I can just run it through. And it's going to flatten out anyways because you're running it through the machine. Okay. Are you ready for the reveal? The grand reveal. Ta-da! Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love this. You could, like, you know, you can go back to my videos of embossing folders and what you can do. And you could do a whole lot of fun techniques with that. Don't worry. I am sure I will feature these and do all 3 cards and like maybe do an embossing thing with this. And I'm definitely going to use this next one that you'll see and even the coffee one. Like there's just such, you can just have so much fun. So anyways, I'm going to cover it up a little. It's just going to be my background for this one. I'm not using this, but I'm going to keep this because I could totally use this on another project. And then we've got, oh yes, they put them in here. I'm like, where are all my pieces? So I've pre-cut a bunch of pieces here. So you've got some options. You can, so there's kind of the background, which you're able to stamp with that, like this matches that. So you could stamp the background and then layer some of the dies on. Now there's two different dies. They're kind of hard to tell. Like you can kind of see the difference. So I used 3 different colors. So I think, because I think in one of their advertisements, they used the 3 colors. So they went dark. I think this is probably Berry Burst, Melon Mambo, and Petal Pink. So you could do something like that. But to me, that looks a little too fake. I don't know. So I like to do it all one color, but you want it to have some depth still. So, what do you think? Should we use all Berry Burst or should we use Petal Pink? And I'm going to add dimension to it. I think I'm going to use the Berry Burst. Let's try and see. So what I did was take the Berry Burst here, and I just realized, because I used a different color, I'm going to use my blending brush, and I'm just going to come in, and I'm going to make this darker. So you can go quite dark. You want, you can go as dark or as light as you want. I'm not going to worry too much about the center because that's just going to get covered anyways. So you can already see that you've got, it's so bright all of this. It was cloud covered all morning, so I didn't close my blind. I might have to, you guys, since I can't see the video, let me know if it's too bright. And I will close the blind if it's too much. So then I'm going to take this one, and I want to add some color, but I don't want it to be as dark as this, right? So I'm just going to kind of give it a bit of the edges, kind of. You could do this also with white cardstock and just add some color to it. Okay. And then you can add this one straight on. Or you can give it a bit of less. I'm just going to kind of give it a bit of color from the front so that it's not as dark as the other one. So it has a bit of a different look to it. No, it's almost as dark. This one's almost lighter, actually. We have to, what do you think? I think we might have to go that way. I don't think there is like a 1 and a 2 per se. Like there isn't one way that it sits better than the other because they're similar. Let me pull out, sorry. There's a bit of glue there. Let me pull out the dies here. So you can see they're fairly similar in size. Like I don't think it really matters. You just want to kind of have them offset from each other so that they kind of fill in that space. So it doesn't matter which one you layer. on top of the other. So just to give it even that little bit more dimension, you can kind of try and curl the petals a little bit. I don't want them to curl too much, but just a little bit. So even just bending it like the roundness of it. Okay, I have to, this nail polish, I apologize. I had every plan to remove it, and life, you know, life took over and it didn't happen. I have to go get nail polish remover because I don't have any left, which is the biggest problem right now. Okay, so I'm going to use glue dots because I find glue dots just adds it's not as much as a dimensional, but it does add just a bit of separation. So it'll kind of make the petals look like they're popping more than they are. And you kind of want to rotate it until you like, I had it perfectly when I was sitting. I was like, oh, this is good. And now I'm not so sure. What the heck? Nope. Oh my gosh, like what happened? Oh, it's too bright. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, no. Let's try. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. Okay, got it. See, there's one way where it pretty much, like I've got a little bit of gap there, but it pretty much fills all those spaces. And again, here, there's no really, I tried to line things up and it might, but I really don't think it does. So like I said, you can stamp. What did I do? I did the stamps for this one. Good question. Did I put them back? No, because this stamp is out. Where? Oh my goodness, I just have too many things out on my desk right now. Well, that's not good. Okay, well, we won't stamp the flower, but I still have to find the sentiment. How am I going to stamp the sentiment? This is very weird. Usually I leave the stamps out next to the projects so that I can stamp them. And either I am just like, oh, I'm blind, I think is the problem. So there's that. Found one, and then I had put this back. Okay, we're good. I'm not totally losing it. So you could use a block and try to stamp, but you know, it's not photopolymer. So how the heck are you gonna line it up? Having the glass mat, I'm just gonna stick my stamp down so it's nice and steady. And then I'm gonna figure out, okay, this goes like so. And I'm just gonna take it off and keep it kind of in the right spot. Then I'm gonna take my Berry Burst and I'm gonna ink this up upside down. And then I'm just gonna take my paper and I line it up from above. And then I'm just gonna push it down. And then if you really wanted to have even pressure, you could push it down with a block, but I don't think it's necessary. And then just pull it up and ta-da! Perfect stamping. So you don't, you know, yes, photopolymers are much easier to see through, but you can always kind of, where there's a will, there's a way. You can manage with the cling. Except for now, it's stuck. And you have to be careful when you pull them up, right? Because you don't want to tear, because the cling is so strong. You don't want to tear it off. But see, isn't that pretty? Even just that alone. Imagine the endless possibilities with this. Okay, and then, so it just made it that little bit darker. Actually, it almost looks too dark. I might want to add some here, but that's okay. We could do that later. And then I want to do some more. Actually, I think I'm going to just glue this part down. Okay, and then you've got these little center pieces, which I did out of Lemon Lolly, I think, because that's part of the pattern paper. Not that I've got any of those colors, but that's okay. And then I used my brush because I'm going to use these two pieces on top of each other, so I wanted this one to be a bit darker. Probably use Daffodil Delight or just cut it out of, that's the thing, if you've got lots of different colored cardstock, you can use all, like, you know, different shades of cardstock, but if you don't, you can see how you can kind of get different looking shades like this without having to have a whole gazillion colors. Because, you know, not everybody has all the colors. How do you do it without the glass mat? You could do the same thing. You could use, I would probably use a larger block and just put your stamp on there, but it's upside down. Just do the exact same thing. The only problem is the block moves, right? So if you use a bigger block, it'll, or you could like try and stick your block down with something. I mean, that's the only advantage with the glass mat is that it's not going to run away on you. But good question. I should have, because yeah, it's just as easy to do it with a glass block. It's just, okay, let that glue set. And then you've got this super pretty flower. And we've got our background here. And you might be wondering why I'm not gluing it down. There is a reason. Because I still need to get all my pieces and parts together here. So I'm going to glue the stem to my flower. And then we need, so it's got like these, so I used Mossy Meadow and then Old Olive for these, oops. And obviously, I mean, you could use the adhesive sheet to make it easier to glue this down, but I just put very, you know, I don't mind if it's kind of not completely stuck down, as long as it's, you know, not going to go anywhere. Am I still in, let me know if you can't see what I'm doing. Hopefully I'm still in the frame. You can hear, I had a little, I think my dusk is uneven, and so when it's rocking, and I had a little layer of paper under here that stopped it from doing that, but I don't know if, oh, it slid, that's why. Okay, there, that's better. Now you don't have to listen to the cling, cling, cling. Okay, I'm working in the cat. Okay, so I should always pull it down towards me, and then maybe I'll be in view better. Oh, dear me. Okay, so I've got that. Then I need to figure out kind of whereabouts, and I don't mind that my flower is on top of the frame and it's gonna kind of pop out of the frame as well. So what I'm gonna do, I think I can glue it down because I think I was going to put a piece of this behind, but I think I'm going to put it all on top. So let's do that. Let's glue this down. Okay, and you could pop this up, but I think it has enough dimension with just the layers of the petals. Oh, I should have, this is what I should have glued first. You could pop up the leaves, but again, not necessary. So you might be wondering, okay, I've got the petal pink and now I've used Berry Burst. Where's the connection with this paper? But so what I did was I took, assuming, oh, see, I didn't even cut it because I wasn't sure which color I was going to go with. I'm going to make a background, so I probably want to make a background with this to tie it to my flower. So let's take the cutter, if I can get to it. And I can't remember, I think, oh, I think I forgot to cut this down. Yep, it should be only... Okay. Oops, that was more than I was... Oh, but yeah, we don't want to... we don't want to chop off our little... Oh, that should work. Okay, so if I do this for... by 5 1/4. Let's hope that it's, oh, it's not. See, this is why I was supposed to cut it beforehand. Oh well, our little stem is going to get chopped a little bit. There's our little little piece of stem. That's okay. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, and we will glue that down. I like to use glue when I have these embossed folders because then I know it's gonna kind of find its way to hold since not everything touches. Aren't these zinnias so pretty? Now, I could use petal pink, or I could use the white. And I feel like the white kind of draws the background a little bit more, whereas this, it's kind of like the white is, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you have a preference? The pink or the white? Here's, oh, I haven't done the sentiment, but here's the one, my sample one. So I used those sequins, and then I stamped the Sending Flowers and Thinking of You, which is from the same stamp set. And I just cut it to size. So this one I used the Melon Mambo. Same idea. But I used the white on this. Marcy, you say white. Linda says white. All right, it's unanimous. White it is. Okay. I had some glue on my finger. Okay. And there we go. So then this one, you could still use the same sequins, or you could use petal pink or yellow. Yellow. Maybe I should move on to my next card. It's going to take forever. Okay, I'll move on to my next card. You guys saw the finished one. I've already lost it here. Let me put it up here so I don't lose it. I'll set this aside. All right. Okay, next card. Next card is not a suite. It is a bundle though. It is a really pretty bundle. I love magnolia flowers. I wish we could grow magnolia trees here. I think I would have one if we could. So this bundle is Magnolia Mood. We've had magnolia sets before. And I need to find, we had a beautiful big embossing folder magnolia before. But what I really liked about this one is this piece. One piece. They're all good. There's like, you can make other little flowers. So my thought with this, and so this is why I'm probably going to use this for an entire live and do a technique. I see myself making stencils out of these and using them to color the flower using blending brushes. I see so much potential with, like, because you've got this one, you've got this one, you've got the leaves that do the same thing with lots of texture, lots of holes. So you would get the reverse, right, if you use this as a stencil. But I think you could have a lot of fun with it. And then if you have the old magnolia embossing folder, you could like go all out magnolia. All right, so you can see it's a bit of an intricate one. You might want to use because sometimes it makes it harder to cut when you use the adhesive sheets, and sometimes it makes it easier. Am I blinding you guys? I'm like blinding myself. You have the embossing folder, Linda? I have it here somewhere. I just have to dig it out. But yeah, so this one is a cling one as well. Marcy, are you still dead set against cling stamps? I know in the past, I think you said that you don't, you never buy cling. And I get it. There is benefit to, how do I have glue everywhere? The photopolymer. All right. Okay. So we've got our main magnolia. Then I pulled out, so if you don't have the old magnolia folder, there is this, I haven't had time to play with it yet, but again, this is another one you could have so much fun using embossing folder techniques. This looks like magnolias to me. They're called Layered Florals 3D Embossing Folder. So I don't know if this was kind of their plan. This one is in the mini catalog, and then this is on the online exclusives. But doesn't it look like, it looks pretty magnolia-ish to me? I don't know about you guys, but anyways, I thought it would be kind of the perfect combination to that. So I've pre-done. You don't get the aha moment, sorry. I've cut it in half because I'm doing a diagonal, but this is the, so it's got like, it's really nice and popped quite deeply because it's the 3D. And then I don't think you guys need me to show you this. I used, I made my own designer series paper, my own background paper. So I started, this was kind of like a work in progress because I started with, where is it? Started with this stencil, which is one of the stencils from the annual catalog. And I don't know, you can barely see it now. I did it on white with Pool Party. And I had that, and it was like, I don't know. It seemed almost too busy to me. So then I thought, well, there's this, this stencil, also from the annual catalog. They're just two different sets. And I thought I could almost kind of make it work together. So then I used Lost Lagoon, and I did Lost Lagoon on top, but then it was like really wonky because it really doesn't match up. So then I took Pool Party and I went back over the white lines from the initial stencil. So really, I think I could probably either just like brayer on Pool Party and then do the Lost Lagoon, or you could do Lost Lagoon onto a piece of Pool Party cardstock. I think you'd get the same effect. Either way, this is why I'm not doing it for you, because I wouldn't repeat this process. I just kind of ended up here. So I cut, like I had two pieces of, I think they were 4 by 5 1/4. So I had the white one, and then I had this one, and I just simply cut them in half, and I used half on my original card, and now I'm using the other half. So it should make these two. And if I were to do this again, I would suggest cutting them together. I cut them separately, so they're slightly off of one another. So I have to trim them. Yeah, so 4 by 5 1/4, but this one is slightly more than 5 1/4. So we're just going to trim it. Which side do we need to trim is the question. If we go there. This will be the easier one to trim. So this should be, This should be 5 1/4, no? Well, that one's not even 5. Oh, maybe these measurements. You know what? I'm just going to trim it once I put it on the... Let's not fuss it now. Okay, so then I cut another piece of white, and I believe it's... This, I don't know. This is... It seems off. But this isn't off. This is 4. So either I cut it bigger... Let's see. Yeah, so that's hanging off. So let's, okay, I'm going to glue this on here. Excuse me. Ugh, I'm just so tired. I'm fading fast. Willow had me up at 3 o'clock. She was puking, and then she won't eat anything again today. I even tried to, I tried everything. She didn't want any of it. So then I tried making her oatmeal and flaxseed, and what was the other? I put applesauce, and she was all excited when I was making it, but she won't eat it. Of course, Aspen's trying to eat all of it, and she's getting so fat. I have to keep putting the food up, but then Willow doesn't have access to it, so it's a real problem. Yeah, Willow's having a not so great day. And neither am I, because I was up. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim it. Easier. Just to trim it here. There's the sun is making my eyes close. Oops, I didn't put it down well. Oh well. Okay, we can hide that. That's all good. All right, now I got even fancier with, you'll see it when I show it to you, but I'm not going to go as fancy as I did with my first card, or you're going to be here all day. So, where is my pool party? There it is. I'm going to take some pool party, and I'm going to take some Old Olive for the leaves. And then I've got our brushes here. I think this was used for pool party. It looks kind of dark, doesn't it? Oh. And I'm just going to come into the center here with my flower and give it a bit of a pool party look. And then I'm going to take my, I'm going to use the glass for this. But again, you could use a glass block if you don't have a glass mat, right? Just use a bigger one so you can swirl it around. And then I'm going to come in here and give my leaves a don't want to get that little, the little bud. You could use, if I was smart, I would use a Post-it note or something to cover that up. But I'm not too fussed by having a little bit of green. Okay, so I've got my white magnolia, my green leaves, and then just a bit of a changed center there. Oh, what a waste of good ink. Okay. So then when I went to put this on, I was like, well, it's too busy in the background for this to really pop. So what I did was I glued it down onto a piece of cardstock. Now I did try to cheat, and I tried to get my Scan and Cut to scan it and hopefully do the outline, but it was trying to cut all the detail and it did not work. My cheater plan did not work. So I ended up fussy cutting, but you'll see it's not hard. I'm just like the absolute most lazy fussy cutter. Fuddy cutter. Okay, and then, you know, I always try to make it easier by just kind of the least amount of paper that you're kind of trying to get your hands around and stuff, it's easier. So you might want to let it glue down a bit before you start, but you know, we're on live here, so it's not always the ideal situation that you might have when you're crafting on your own. Ugh, I need sunglasses. I don't want to complain. I love the sun. But I really feel like I need sunglasses right now. Am I blinding you guys? Do you want me to close the blind? Let me know if you need the blind closed, because I don't know how much you're seeing of this. Maybe I should take a look in my phone here. Let's see. It's hard to see. Is it too bright? No, you can see. But let me know if on your end, if it's too bright. Because yeah, the sun is out in full force now. It's like I almost closed the blind. I thought about it and then it's like, oh no, it's overcast. And it was fully overcast. Like there was no blue in the sky anywhere. Like literally 10 minutes before I started this. So, and then it kind of was getting brighter. just as I started, and I wondered, but let the sun shine. All right, okay. I need to put Willow out in the sunshine. Maybe she'll feel better. Okay, so there. So now we've got our flowers. So I find like the magnolia pops more. I don't know about you guys. And then, you know, it's the background is still nice, but it doesn't take away from the flower. And then we just happen to have this beautiful pool party ribbon that's in the celebration. So you can get it for free right now when you order $60. You can order the ribbon, or we're going to be using the opaque faceted gems. That's another freebie. Now, I don't want to glue. I made the mistake of putting some Stampin' Seal Plus to stick this down, but then it kind of flattened out, and it flattened out even more. You'll see why in a second on the one that I did. I'm not going to do that again. So I'm just going to put some Stampin' Seal Plus up here and down here. And I'm just going to lightly wrap it because I want to keep the ruched look, right? Like I like that. Okay, so there's that. And then you've got your flower. Oh, now I need to do a different sentiment. Because you'll see why in a minute. Okay, let me pull out my original here. So I used these. I broke down and I got these because I was asked to do some wedding cards, and I thought they would make some really pretty wedding cards. They are the Elegant Borders dies. They're on the online exclusives. They are not in the catalog anywhere. And so I made the mistake of, I glued this down. No, I took this and I cut it out once my ribbon was already on. So if I wanted to do it, and when this was on, I should have just glued this piece on to this other white piece, left these two off, run it through, and then I ended up, when I put it on my card base, I put it on here, I traced the shape so I knew where to put my die, and then I cut out just my card base alone. So, and then I glued it all together so it looks like one piece. And then it lent it perfectly to, I was hoping I had a sympathy that would fit there, but it didn't. Not that I could find quickly anyways. So I used the congratulations from the new Sweetly Scripted, and it fit perfectly. And then I used the gems, the free gems from the celebration, and I popped up the magnolia with dimensionals. So I haven't decided if I'm gonna leave this one like this, and maybe I'll put a sentiment here. Like I can put thank you for being you, or happy birthday, or just a note to let you know that you were loved. I might do that, and then do like a sympathy thing on the inside maybe. I think I might do that. So anyways, I will finish that. I will take pictures. I have not been good at posting pictures, I don't think. I have done some. I haven't posted them. Like, I think I've been putting them in my story and then they disappear. So anyways, those are my cards for this week, you guys. And those are the new online exclusives. They will be available to customers starting March 5th. If you want to get your hands on them before March 5th, you can sign up for the starter kit to be part of my team. And there's no commitment. So even if you don't want to, You don't want to sell the stuff. You don't want to, you would get a 20% discount that you can use for yourself, but you can also, you can just let it go and move on if you don't want to. I'm looking for my third card. Oh, there it is. I'm like, where are you? All right. These are the 3 cards for this week. And the 3 wonderful, so the 2 sweets and the bundle. So beautiful, so many cool things. And then we have our annual like release next month, I think, for demonstrators. So yeah, tons of fun. And then Easter's coming up. I've got some Easter cards for you probably next week. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you next week. Have a great rest of your week and take care. Bye.